with TAAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach, and it's Women's History Month. So, how about that? And so, I'm in my happy place right now because I have an opportunity to interview a great, great friend of mine, a great, great person, a great, great community servant, a great mom, a great wife, and she got a slingshot, y'all. So, so they ride around town in groups with their fancy slingshots. And is the other one T something?
Uh, There's T Rex, there's spiders, there all the three wheels, all the two wheels. We really every wheels we all come together for some purpose. So yes,
Wow, so
yeah.
that's super exciting, and I'm super excited. Felicia holds a very, very, very special place in my heart. I was on Facebook this morning, and you know, although I don't talk to Felicia that often, she doesn't answer the phone a lot because she's a busy, busy mom, grandma, wife, slingshot driver. But she posted something on Facebook, and it kind of brought me to tears.
Aw.
uh, I was like, "Oh my God!" And so then the other incident is when my swearing in ceremony when I was state rep,
Mm.
and out of all the people that showed up, I saw Felicia Avery, and I
Aw.
just started crying. I'm like, "Oh my
You got
God!"
me tearing up. There's no crying.
She showed up. She showed up. So that's very important to me. But anywho, before we get started with the interview, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself? And she's at a restaurant right now, and that's okay because we still got to catch.
Supporting our community. Okay, he gonna answer it for me. You asked me to tell a little bit about myself.
Yeah, like who you are, what you do.
Oh gosh, that's so. I'm still trying to discover at 53. I promise you, one day I'm feel like in this next phase of my life, there's so many layers of Felicia. Of course, I am blessed to be married to my childhood sweetheart. We'll be celebrating 36 years this year.
Wow,
We have four amazing children, three, adopted in because they've gotten married. So two more sons and a daughter-in-law. We
wow,
also have five grandchildren, two granddogs, and 12 grandfish. I
wow.
gotta
12
claim
grand
all.
fish. Okay.
I
You
gotta
gotta have
claim all
fish.
of them. Yeah, originally from California, and I had the a moment of clarity that all of us are from California. And because I'm in education and I think about the Great Migration, right? And I'm like, man, our next generations are Texans. And then we have to see where generation 4 and 5 come from the Team Avery squad. I am an educator as well, always has been, and has worn different facets of hats in the education world. But before that, I am an entrepreneur by spirit.
Mhm.
That's where I met my big sister, Laura, and I was just blessed on meeting you and the connections that I have made and lifelong friends. Like, I've been in San Antonio 19 years now. I don't
Wow,
know where that time has
wow,
went.
wow.
And every important part of my life, there's some situation where you have been involved in. Even me thinking about the pies and the holidays, right? Like, I used to look forward to them pies, and I'm like, look at her now. She's about to take this to the next level. And
Wow.
so it's everything with God's timing. But I'm a good friend, a great sister. I support our community. Like I said, I'm at Tony G's on a Friday. I'd rather choose establishments that look like me and I know their story,
Mhm.
because my dollar is important and I want it to be valued at wherever I spend it because I do love to spend
Wow. So what year did you move to San Antonio?
money. We moved here in 2006, right before the bubble burst. We were lucky, looking at our finances and what's next. I also wanted a place that I come from generations of teenage moms,
Mhm.
and I wanted it to stop with me.
Mm-hmm.
I would tell the kids from a young age, you're going to college. You will you can have friends, but you ain't dating until you're 40. That didn't happen. Um, but we kept up that communication of how important it was to give to yourself first before you
Mm-hmm.
start a family, and how important it is to make sure that you're ready, not only financially, but mentally, to have children, and to have that conversation at 18 when I had my son, because it was statistically, he should be in prison. Statistically, he should have been a teenage parent himself.
Mm-hmm.
And me to just be at all with him that he is, making upwards six figures, live in Austin, chose his wife, chose when he was going to have his first child. It was
Wow.
mind blowing to me because we just don't have those conversations. Um, and to help them and help guide the next generation where they need to be.
Wow. So that's phenomenal. So I remember when I first met you. Again, it was through Sisters in Business,
Hmm.
but you were one of the first people to volunteer.
Uh
There were
oh.
some women in the organization that said that we're a business organization and we shouldn't be doing community service. And I always explained that we had a social responsibility,
Most
especially as
definitely.
business owners, to give back to the community. And so you were, uh, one of the first sisters to participate in Read and Lead
Yes.
and help us with that program. So you are very true to yourself. You're a family person, a family woman. You're a great wife. As a matter of fact, I knew your daughters and your son when they were little bitty kids, and now
Right.
they're you
Right. Grown
know now
adults.
they and have families,
Yes.
and have given you all these grandkids and that I haven't seen yet.
And I
So.
don't think I've given you your flowers for that because I didn't get my undergrad until 2018. And the program that we would volunteer from was dear to my heart, to see kids getting excited about reading or not knowing how to read or volunteering to read in front of their peers.
Mhm.
It was something that I was like, if we can read read and comprehend what we're reading, anything from business to a menu to experiencing travel, then
Mhm.
then that's how we're going to change generation through education. And so that's why I studied English, became an English
Oh
teacher,
wow. Oh wow.
still promote even when I was an assistant principal, because I'm back in the classroom now, 12th grade English,
Wow.
which is different, but and that probably won't happen for a little while because I'm a leader and I'm a doer. And when people see that, some people have said I'm a busybody, but if I see a gap, I can't just sit still and not go pick up the trash or not
So
try to make a change, at least from what I can do, what energy I can give to it. So thank you for that. Thank you for introducing me to
wow.
that in our community. I really do appreciate it.
Wow. Well, you're just an entrepreneur. That's why you can't sit still, and that's why you can't look at something and see a problem or something that can be changed or enhanced. That's why you can't just let it be because you're a natural entrepreneur,
Yeah.
uh, and a natural giver. To the community.
Right.
So, I was just kind of thinking back. So were you a stay-at-home mom initially? Did you raise your kids? Yeah.
So the reason why we moved to Texas is because I wanted to do that. I said, and my family was just like, that doesn't make sense. You're trying to raise them the white way, because I used to say I want to be June Cleaver. I want my kids to come home to meals, and I want
Hmm.
to help with homework and booster club and PTA. And I was like, why
Wow.
can't it be we want to raise them the right way? Like
Hmm.
we decided to become, well, not really decided, but we became parents very young, and I wanted something different. And so Chuck and I were aligned to that. And so I always had something on the side going on, but yes, I wanted to be there for them. I wanted to know what their friends were. I just not a helicopter mom, but I wanted them to know that they were my priority. And so I
Wow.
did. I stayed home until 2018, and then
Wow.
the until the grandkids came and they were like, "Okay, mom, you're staying home with them." I said, "No, it's now mommy's turn to do
With mommy.
to fit right to fulfill some passions." And so that's why
Mhm.
I said at 53, I'm reinventing myself every day. I just got my motorcycle license. So
Ah, man. I, I was saying I was just thinking when I was on my walk this morning, I said, uh, Felicia has the three wheeler, but I'm glad she didn't get the two wheeler because I'm scared. She's not scared, but I'm
right.
scared.
Right. We'll see if me getting my endorsement was enough to fill that goal. But at least I
Mhm.
can say that I did it. And now that I see bikes, I'm always like, oh, I could do that one. Oh, I could do that one. And especially to see a woman on a bike. Oh my God.
Mhm.
I'll be screaming like I'm her biggest fan. And
Right.
it is, but everything in life is dangerous. You know what? Look, getting on an airplane right now
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
is dangerous. So, and life is just too short to be afraid. You would
Right,
tell me that investing in a business or investing in anything is scary, and so we can't live in fear. So we'll
right.
see. We'll see though if you see me beep beep.
I'm like, because I saw you not too long ago with a picture on a motorcycle, and I'm like, okay, Chuck is gonna give in and let her get that motorcycle.
He's definitely not going to give in. He keeps saying no. I don't know where you're going to park it. He's definitely not going to give
That
in.
is too fun.
So no, yes,
So,
yes.
so you did kind of exercise your entrepreneurial spirit with the
With the what? What did I
with the
do?
with the uh, with the solely for you. Remember
Yes,
you did
and
the photography, and
yes.
so we thought we had a team player with TAAN TV, and then she called me and said, "I'm gonna start teaching," and I'm like, I wanted to be. I mean, I was happy, but I wanted
Like,
to
no, don't do it. Don't do
I
it.
wanted you to hang out with us,
Yeah.
but you did, and you excelled. You became an administrator, and so I'm super proud of you for that.
Thank you. Well,
And
Solely for You is not dead. We actually are revamping it to do it better and bigger. So
mhm,
in the next few months, you will kind of see that new branding because if nothing else, being in education and surrounding myself around people that pull my coattails, like you can do this, you need to do this, you need to figure it out, get it
mhm.
done. Um, and
And you,
looking towards retirement, right? Eggs are $8 right now. Like I need
well,
to
actually, I found 36 for $12 this week. Because
where?
I was dreading. Well, I get my groceries online, right?
Gotcha.
So, but they're still normally the same prices in store. But I was saying, I was dreading spending. I said I'm gonna spend about $30 on 36 eggs, and I
Right.
looked on there, they were $12, and I said, okay, if it's a misprint, I'm getting them right now.
Right. That's a good
So,
that's a good find. That's a shame that we have to have this conversation. But as we're getting older and you just need something to support um savings, right? And building those things. Being able to have monies to invest within our community for new businesses coming up and things like that, and for my retirement. Like I could probably keep moving until,
mhm,
well into my 80s, but I want to be able
mhm.
to live
Yeah, yeah,
comfortably in my lifestyle. I
mhm.
would probably be happy being a Walmart greeter because I get to talk to folks and smile, but
Right.
that's not gonna keep this hair done. And so
I know,
got
right?
yeah, so Solely for You is not dead. It is something that like I just had a conversation with revamping it before within the next 90 days.
Wow,
So
that's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
you'll see me. I'll be there
Okay.
for you. I'll be
All
there
right.
for you.
Wow, that's awesome. So, um, what was I going to say? The business part, the family, the wife. So, tell us about the slingshot. What do y'all call it? The drivers?
Well, Well, so we have changed the name several times because of big personalities, but we are 210 Level Up, the San Antonio
Okay.
Sling
Okay.
Shot community. We give back to the community. We choose families to donate around the holidays. We On the 18th, we're doing the Christus Santa Rosa. We're doing a parade for the kids that are
Oh.
hospitalized. I think it's going to start at 8 o'clock. Um, and so we just try to bring joy as much as possible. There's a group of bikers here that have LED bike or even runners, and there's a part of the community. They're called the Crew. They're on the other side of town, like by Alamo Ranch, the north side.
Mm-hmm.
That they leave the runners and the bikers on their path. So as much as we can be out, we haven't been able to get into like the Fiesta parade, but we do Juneteenth. We do
Wow.
any parades that invite us from San Antonio and surrounding. We've been to
Mm-hmm.
Schulenburg, which I would have never even heard about that city or
Wow.
been involved and saw how Black history is in that community, or I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
how the women are in that community in Schulenburg and have brought that city up.
Wow.
Um, but yeah, so we ride, we eat, we fellowship, we give back as much as possible. We've given rides to kids that have been dealing with illnesses or even supporting single parents with prom pull-ups, right? We can't do a limo, but hey, we got a slingshot that
I
we can
know they would
pull them
love
up.
that.
So
That's
yeah,
that's cooler than
yeah.
a limo. Yeah.
Exactly. But I mean, you can't take your date in there, but I really believe you can't date till you're 40 anyway. So,
I know, right, right. You sound like my dad. He said you are not dating and you are not wearing makeup until forever. I don't know when. I'm like,
oh,
but
oh,
but I mean, you said you're in you're over 50.
yes.
You know, I would think you were 30 something if I saw you,
You know
and
what?
I didn't know you, and I
If I
did.
didn't love you, I would love you more. But I sit on this floor Indian style. These bones tell me all the years are there. So, but I think it's just living life to the fullest and
Hmm.
enjoying it and surrounding yourself around positive people. I don't have time for the negative, and I want to smile more than I frown. And so
Right.
I think that that helps. I'm sure my family will take some credit too. You know, stress is not as high
Hmm.
on things that it doesn't need to be. And so, but I thank you for the compliment.
Wow. So I'm just so excited that you were able to come on and chat. I know you get ready
Yes,
to get your lunch
yes,
and get your grub on, but you know it's a pleasure speaking with you. I don't have an opportunity to talk to you that often, but you know when I do and when I see you, you know I feel the love.
and it's
And
no time lost. It's not. Just keep calling. I promise you, I'll return it, and
uh,
we will get together soon. So
okay, and so will we see you tomorrow, Jay, Jay's
tomorrow
Eatery?
is yes. I am going to come by there. Grab me a pie, get me a hug, and then I'm headed to day 3 of our Cigar Fest, which is
Wow,
here in San Antonio, Beethoven. I am a volunteer there with Sharon Lewis, who is an
wow.
amazing partner. Like I said, San Antonio has blessed me with some of the best people to surround me and
Mm,
be in my space. And yeah, we're just gonna do our thing. I'm gonna bring pie to some of the people that are helping at the committee because we're there
wow,
early and they'll be moving so they can get a little bit of sweetness and they could understand why they need to go by Jay's Eatery more, not to only taste her great food, but your fabulous pies. So
wow. Well, that is super fantastic. I appreciate it. And tell Sharon, you know, hello. Tell her that the
I
cigar
will.
creeped up on me, and I
Yeah.
didn't really realize it was going on already.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Tonight we are at Four Nines Cigars, which is in the Stone Oak area, also black owned establishment. I do have a ticket for you tomorrow that
wow,
I'll bring to Jay's Eatery. So if you do find time to just stop by, uh, just to be in your presence, I would greatly appreciate that.
Wow.
And well,
Wow.
it's just a whole weekend of busyness during this spring break. I know Chuck wishes that I wasn't such a giver, so so he could watch a movie on the couch, but he knows that this brings me happiness to be on the go, and so he just tags along with me.
Wow. Well, tell Chuck hello.
I
Uh,
will.
tell him to hang in there with his feisty little wife, and tell the girls hello and your son,
Well,
and
I
hug the
will.
grandbabies
Oh,
and
I
all the
will.
dogs and all that.
Right. Well, I will see you tomorrow. Okay.
Okay,
All
all right.
right. Bye, baby.
Have a good day. Enjoy your lunch. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.